So yesterday I was, saying that I wanted snow, because we hadn't been getting snow in a little bit. And I got it last night. It snowed and then it started raining. And then the temperature dropped to 20 degrees, which is what it is currently sitting at right now. I don't think it's gotten any warmer than maybe 25 all day long, which means everything is just a sheet of ice. Just snow, rain, ice. So I guess the lesson that I am learning here is be careful what I wish for, because I got it and I don't like it. I want to send that back to, Michigan or wherever it's supposed to exist. Really, not here. So that's all. I've been bitterly cold today. I mean, that's obviously not all. We are starting off a new Project Soapway challenge today, and also the submissions for an upcoming, the next, in fact, Project Soapway challenge are due today. So members, get those pictures over to SoapMod. And I'm very excited to be starting this one out because it's the perfect day to be doing this today. I will tell you more about this Project Soapway challenge and my bar and all the things in just a minute. But before I do, hello, I am Mrs. Soap and Clay. Let's make stuff.
One, two, three,
How's it going, Sudzers? Welcome back to the channel. You are at Soap and Clay, where we make all the soapy things. And you are here for week 7 of year 3 and Project Soapway challenge number 3. Yes, and this challenge is entitled Solstice, which makes all of the sense in the world. Solstice, right? Winter solstice is today. So when I gave this challenge to the Sudzers, I was keeping in mind the fact that we actually have Sudzers the world over that are participating in these challenges. And so when I said solstice, I made sure to let them know that I wanted them to tackle the actual subject in whatever manner they wanted. For example, our Australian Sudzers, it's summertime over there. They're all talking about wanting ice baths because it's 85 degrees. It's just far too hot. And again, 20 degrees here. So winter solstice here, shortest day of the year, longest day of the year for our Australian friends. So therefore, solstice means different things to different people. And not only just specifically longest day or shortest day, but people also do celebrate solstice differently and or not at all based on whatever, they want to do. All this to say, it was a pretty broad, assignment. You could have just really kind of submitted anything, which is not going to be happening for future, challenges for sure. Some of them are getting wildly complicated, and I personally am scared to death of them. But more on those, in 2023. But anyway, solstice, for me, I wanted to do a crescent moon and dark blues and, no. But I also wanted to use glow-in-the-dark stuff because Kaylee from Fizzly Bath Treats, she had done that really cool apple soap, right? That glowed in the dark. And it got my brain just running like crazy, and I wanted to try it. And so that's what we're going to see today, is my attempt at glow-in-the-dark and all things solstice. So let's get to my video. Just remember that I am a human and I make mistakes. And the really only reason that you see my bar for all of those challenges is because my channel and I made up the challenge, not because it's any good. Oh my gosh. So this is a moment, a solstice moment. Also, hey, hi, happy solstice, everyone. Winter solstice, shortest day of the year. I love this day. And, also summer solstice in June. because shortest day of the year, longest day of the year. And I always take those days to set, I don't know, kind of like New Year's resolutions, but mid-year resolutions. Like, okay, so every day from now on, it's going to be a little bit more daylight. And so we're going to work on this little thing. And then I do the same thing, in June. Anyway, happy solstice is, the point. This bar is very interesting in that I wanted a very big, beautiful dark blue, like, midnight blue, like those candles. Do you remember those candles from the Yankee Candle Company they were titled Midsummer's Night's Dream or something, right? And they were like super duper dark blue, almost black, but still definitely blue. And they smelled like, a boy, just a really nice cologne. I loved those candles when I was, like a 13-year-old girl in love with a boy. And I wanted a really, really dark blue like that in this, along with the other things that I was doing, glow in the dark and a crescent moon that's also supposed to glow in the dark. So dark blue was the theme. And I used a combination of a bunch of scents that discolor. Really, it was just a bunch of stuff that I just had a little bit of left over, but they all were supposed to discolor. And so I was thinking this will be great, right? Because they're all supposed to discolor and this blue is fine-ish. So it's going to discolor to the really dark blue that I was going for, is my thinking. With the inclusion of the, melt and pour, the clear glycerin soap in this, I have put glow-in-the-dark powder into that guy, but I don't actually know why I decided to put some in, like, to the soap batter itself. I don't know what my process was, what I was thinking about, but really what I wanted was, dark blue and then the white portion to have the clear glycerin soap shreds that I had, put together that also had glow-in-the-dark powder in it. And, whatever, all the thing. And a crescent moon that I kind of made, but I didn't make it very well. In it somewhere, it also has glow in the dark, all made out of clear glycerin. Point is, I don't really know what I was doing with any of this. I was just kind of winging it. And most of the time, I really end up loving the soaps that come from that. Just sort of sitting with my thoughts or my music or whatever and vibing out and just making a soap and having no real direction with it. Usually I love that. I didn't really like this one. It didn't work too super well. You're going to see that, in the cut, because this is all really a lot, but this in and of itself was a lot. I don't know. I was listening to the Taylor Swift album and trying to dissect everything on midnights when I made this, and my brain just wasn't even remotely attached to the real world at that point. It was attached to midnights. I mean, it's usually always attached to Taylor Swift, but whatever. And so that's my crescent moon that I made kind of rather lazily. It's all a moment, and that's weird. Anyway, as far as the glow-in-the-dark stuff, I put in like 14 total ounces of clear glycerin soap. I put in like a full-ass tablespoon of the glow-in-the-dark because I didn't know how much to use. I've never done this before, and I didn't look it up because that would be too easy, and I like making things hard. Anybody who's been here knows that about me. And the batter right there is not chunky because it's getting weird with all of the scents that were mixed together in a frankincense. I put the clear melt and pour glow in the dark stuff in it. I don't know if I showed that. But anyway, I had to kind of prop the mold up with the Pyrex for a while because it was bowing out pretty good. And then, do the rest of the thing. It was all a moment. It's so chunky. It looks gross. And it just, like I said, the only reason that you guys see my videos for any of these Project Soapway submissions is because it's my challenge and it's my channel and I started it. And so they're not always going to be good and they're not going to be a representation by any stretch of the imagination of, what I am looking for or judging off of when I make the selections. Everybody else's soaps are actually good, and mine's just this. It's weird. Even the sculpting of the top, I don't have any real rhyme or reason to. I don't know what I'm doing, and it's just still moving. So we're just gonna stop touching this, and let's go on to the cut of this. Remember, I said blue. So I didn't C-pop or gel this. It just stayed on the counter because it was a big schloopy mess, and so I just left it there. And it's already discoloring so bad. It looks like snow after the plows have gotten a hold of it, and so it's just all the mud and the dirt and everything mixed with the snow. I mean, it looks like December 21st reasonably does look in, like, Colorado or properly snowy areas. The roads have been scraped, and that's really what the side of the road looks like. Gross. And so even if it didn't discolor, what is the inside of that? That's wild. That's just weird. And that blue was not going to be the blue that I wanted if it didn't discolor, but I didn't expect it to discolor like this. I don't know. It's all a lot. And that looks like there were 2 moons in that one. I don't know how that could have possibly happened, but I swear it looked like there were 2. There's not a lot to say here. It actually weirdly smells really good though. I don't remember at all for the life of me what I put in this. I mean, I'm not selling these bars. I'm not selling any of the Project Soapway bars. I'm going to be doing something else kind of special with them. But yeah, I don't remember what scent blend I put into it, but it does smell pretty good. It's the weirdest looking thing ever. And like when I decided to start pouring in some melted glycerin clear soap at the bottom, that did some very interesting things as well. I don't know. Look, yay, Solstice. It's a thing. But obviously the thing that I actually cared about with all of this was to see if it glowed in the dark, which in and of itself is kind of a, if I'm making this bar in order to sell it, I don't know that I would ever put this on my website. It would for sure end up in like an as seen on YouTube set, or in my bits and bobs or scratch and dent scent. Like, it's still good soap, it's still usable, but it's really kind of funny looking. And if the only claim to fame is that it glows in the dark, well, how even do they know that, And so that's a thing, but let's see what it does. It glows. It glows. It glows in weird places, kind of all over the place, but it super glows. And the changing in lights there is actually my fan from my computer. It changes in lights because it's fancy, but it worked. It's very cool. It was not at all what I envisioned this to look like, but it glowed. And so, hey, I win. I did the thing. It's kind of cute. I was actually so over the moon excited when it did glow and completely forgot about how ugly the bars were otherwise. But look, there they are. They're ugly otherwise, but they do glow. I managed to do that thing. Now I'm going to actually have to look up usage rates on the glow in the dark stuff so I can use it in other stuff, because that's kind of fun. But again, how does the end user even know? Haven't figured that out yet, but there's my Solstice. So whatever scent blend, frankincense, I ended up using for that, discolored like a mother. Like, there is no blue left. It smells really good though. I swear to God, I smell peppermint in that. And peppermint doesn't discolor, so I have no idea, but that was wild. And I don't know. It's definitely, it's a moment. It's a thing that I did. I told you that you guys only see my submissions because my channel, right? But I mean, just because the soaps didn't exactly turn out the way I wanted them to, I still think it's a really cool, like, success, because I've never played with glow in the dark before. And now I got to do so. So that's super fun. I'll definitely be playing with the, glow in the dark stuff more, for sure. And overall, it was a good time. Good times were had by all. Well, mostly me. Sorry you had to look at that. But it's okay. The Project Soapway submissions for the Solstice, the 3 winners, their bars are gorgeous. And you're going to get to see those in the next 3 days. Well, 2 days, and then we're taking a break for Christmas, and then we're coming back on Monday. But you'll get to see the winners of the Solstice, challenge coming up tomorrow. And I'm very, very excited about that. So thank you guys for submitting, all of you guys for submitting. Thank you guys for being here and watching and being okay with the fact that sometimes I'm bad at things, and that's completely fine. And just thank you. And I hope you guys are having an excellent week and all of the things. And I know that I'm sounding really rushed right now, but that's because my camera literally just told me the battery's exhausted and it's about to die. And I'm not sure how much more I can get through. So again, Sudzers, thank you. You are my everything. I appreciate you being here. Sudzers that submitted, thank you. Sudzers that won, congratulations, and also thank you. We will be celebrating all of your soapy creations, tomorrow for the good soaps, and I'm very excited about that. So we're going to do that tomorrow, and I'm going to go because I need to go drop the kids off at their sleepover things tonight. Mr. Soap and Clay and I have a night all to ourselves, which hasn't happened in a very long time. I guess that's the second reason why maybe I'm rushing, but that camera's about to die. So thank you guys for joining me. I'll see you guys all again tomorrow for another round of Project Soapway. Soapy fun. Bye.